Caligula, although was the son of a famous Roman general, Germanicus, his reign was devoid of any significant military achievements. The most famous military campaign he led was the so-called campaign against Britain in 48, which is one of the most bizarre episodes of his reign. Seeking to emulate the military successes of his predecessors, he assembled his legions on the coast of Gaul, ostensibly preparing to invade Britain. However, instead of launching an actual military operation, Caligula ordered his troops to line up along the shore and collect seashells, declaring them as spoils of war. These seashells were sent back to Rome as trophies, and Caligula celebrated this strange victory with bonuses for his troops and a report to the Senate claiming to have conquered the ocean itself. The entire episode was a farce, with no real military action or invasion of the British island taking place. This event is often cited as evidence of Caligula's erratic behavior and detachment from reality, contributing to the growing dissatisfaction in the Senate of Rome. Other than that British campaign, his brief campaigns included a show of force in Germania, which resulted in no substantial gains, and quelling a mutiny among Roman legions along the Rhine by meeting their demands. The only notable military conflict during his rule was in Mauritania, where a revolt broke out after Caligula ordered the murder of the local king. This conflict was ultimately resolved under his successor, Claudius. Overall, Caligula's military endeavors were largely ineffective and are overshadowed by his erratic behavior. Emperor Caligula's sexual life was infamous for its excess and depravity. He was rumored to have numerous lovers, including both men and women, and engaged in incestuous relationships with his sisters. Caligula also allegedly forced the wives of his political allies into sexual encounters, and was known for hosting lavish and immoral banquets. His behavior scandalized Roman society and contributed to his reputation as a tyrant who indulged in unchecked personal desires. These stories, while likely exaggerated, reflect the perception of Caligula as a ruler who prioritized his own pleasure over the well-being of the empire. During Caligula's reign, the Roman Empire encompassed a vast array of territories. Under his rule, the empire included the Italian peninsula, which was the heartland of Rome, the provinces of Hispania, modern Spain and Portugal, Gaul, modern France, and parts of Belgium and Germany, and Britannia, modern Britain. The empire also extended into the eastern Mediterranean, covering regions such as Judea, Syria, and Asia Minor, modern Turkey. Additionally, the empire included the North African provinces of Egypt, Africa Proconsularis, modern Tunisia, and Numidia, part of modern Algeria. Such vast was the Roman Empire, yet, ironically, so weak and ineffective in administrative and political roles. Caligula's increasingly despotic rule culminated in his assassination in 41 AD. The Praetorian Guard, driven by dissatisfaction with his tyrannical behavior and the overall instability of his regime, conspired to end his reign. Caligula's assassination marked a dramatic end to a period of intense volatility and marked the beginning of a more stable, though still turbulent, era in the Roman Empire. Emperor Caligula, though often remembered for his erratic behavior, did make contributions that had lasting positive effects on Rome. Among his notable achievements were his significant public works projects and generous acts toward the populace. One of his key infrastructural advancements was the construction of a new harbor at Misenum, which improved the strategic and commercial capabilities of the Roman fleet and bolstered trade. Caligula also focused on enhancing Rome's water supply system. He took measures to repair and extend the aqueducts that were crucial for maintaining the city's water supply. His efforts included repairing existing aqueducts and beginning the construction of a new one, the Aqua Claudia, which would later be completed by his successor, Emperor Claudius. These improvements helped address the increasing demands for water in Rome, reflecting a commitment to the city's infrastructure and public welfare. Caligula was known for his extravagant public games and festivals, such as gladiatorial contests and theatrical performances, which provided entertainment and a sense of grandeur to the Roman people. His distribution of money and gifts to the populace also served to bolster his popularity among the lower classes. While his reign was ultimately marred by tyranny and excess, these positive contributions highlight a more nuanced aspect of his leadership. Caligula's political achievements are often overshadowed by his notorious behavior, but he did make some notable contributions during his brief reign. One of his achievements was the introduction of measures aimed at increasing the efficiency and fairness of the Roman legal system. He also attempted to improve relations with the Senate, initially seeking to restore their authority and involve them more in governance, although his later actions strained these relations. Caligula's promotion of members from the equestrian class to higher administrative positions was a significant move. This not only aimed to streamline governance by empowering a loyal and capable class, but also represented a shift. Despite these reforms, the negative aspects of his rule, particularly his later behavior, have often eclipsed these contributions in historical accounts. In conclusion, Caligula's reign remains one of the most controversial periods in Roman history. Despite his early efforts to enhance public welfare and administrative efficiency, his tenure was marred by erratic behavior and despotism. His actions, both constructive and destructive, reflect the complexities of leadership and the impact of personal instability on governance. Ultimately, Caligula's legacy serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of absolute power and the volatile nature of imperial rule.